Admit he's an anti-hero or Black Adam will destroy you. Very villain thing to do. It's a fine line.
A nice paced story with a lot of heart, some adorable action sequences, and a whole lot of memorable quips. That's exactly what the DC League of Super Pets is. While we absolutely enjoyed the movie, it seems like we could have gotten more of our favorite super pets if only the directors had been less ruthless. Here are some of the deleted scenes from the DC League of Super Pets.
I'm just a sweet little purr baby. Why don't you play with me?
Despite her evil intentions, Lulu managed to make her way into all of our hearts. Her character is so endearing that you can't help but feel bad for her when she's tricked by her master, Lex Luthor, all the while forgetting that she's an evil guinea pig. On that note, somehow Lex is the only person we can think of who'd be cheating on his own pet. Back to Lulu. This is never a dull moment with her, which is why it's a shame that DC kept 2 scenes for themselves. In a 1-second clip, Lulu seems to be going, "Oh my god," but in slow motion. Looks like a scene from the final boss battle. Wonder what could have spooked her. In the next very short clip, Lulu seems to be making a hand gesture to cut someone's head off. While we give her 10 points for trying to come off as scary and dominating, it's hard to take her seriously with those big doodly eyes. Our girl seriously needs to stop looking so cute as she plans on killing the Justice League and spreading chaos.
I have you in my lasso of truth. Oh, you want the truth? The boots.
Next up, we have a scene of the Super League of Pets on top of a building. Maybe the Daily Planet, as the League of Villains approaches. Of course, they need to take the fight down on the road, all the while avoiding the attack on the front. They seem to be in a pickle when KRYPTO, their very reliable leader, comes up with a last-minute plan to give them a momentary upper hand or just make a cool entrance. Like a good leader, he remembers all his teammates' powers, and in this case, he knows just the super pet to ask. He goes, "Ace, deploy K9 Shield." Now we gotta give him credit. It sounds very badass and everyone, the audience included, turns to Ace. Just one tiny problem, our K9 Crusader knows little about the K9 Shield KRYPTO is talking about. Confused, he asks, "What is a K9 Shield?" But before our Bat Hound is graced with an answer, KRYPTO is pushing him off the ledge and the others are on his back. Poor Ace takes most of the damage from the fireball, allowing his teammates to make a safe landing. We just can't say the same for Ace himself. With his mangled limbs and that painful expression, there's no mistaking that Ace just experienced 100 levels of pain. But wait, it gets better. Like a true leader, KRYPTO doesn't let his teammates' efforts go unnoticed. He takes a moment to appreciate Ace by saying, "Excellent shield, that seemed incredibly painful." Ugh, KRYPTO, as far as positive feedback goes, we don't think you're doing a good job. One thing's for sure, if Batman was around, he would have never let himself be thrown like that. No, sir. But it's kinda alright because Ace is invulnerable after all, so he'll live.
No. I can't.
Of course you can. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I could hurt someone.
Chip. He's the eccentric squirrel who breathed life into the movie. The entire movie, Chip appears conflicted when it comes to using his powers. He wants to help, but he doesn't want to be electrocuted, you know? Well, during one scene where he was dealing with the conundrum of to use or not to use his powers of electricity, someone else makes the decision for him. He gets hit by an ice blast, and well, he certainly shuts up for good. The poor guy needed the timeout anyways.
Okay, Pac. I have a plan.
For our next deleted scene, we go back to our dutiful leader. He seems to be going on some sort of monologue about how he's paying attention. 100% attention. Our heroic K9 Kryptonian says his poor Ace is strangled to death in the background. His cries for help fall on deaf ears because KRYPTO is too busy paying attention. Ace probably never felt angrier at KRYPTO than at that moment. He may be invulnerable, but those rock-hard abs and killer guns will have everyone gasping for breath.
We got problems, and I think we can solve them.
Saving the best for last, here's a look at Clark's morning routine. He's no morning person, that's for sure, but that's what the life of late-night crime fighting does to you. However, when you have a dog like KRYPTO around the house, you can count on him to wake you just in time for work. We're shown an absolutely adorable Cal all comfy in his bed. Who knew he could snore like that? Enter KRYPTO, who tries to wake up his buddy because it's whack o'clock. He's got Cal's tie ready by his bed bedside, but Cal is really deep in dreamland, and so, like a good dog, KRYPTO decides that he should let him sleep. But is he really going to do that without joining him in bed? If we know dogs, the answer is no. KRYPTO is quick to jump in bed, rolling all over a sleeping Cal. He tries nudging or punching him awake to be more accurate. At one point, he proceeds to sit on his face, maybe hoping to smother him or do something even more sinister. Who knows, but that's where sleeping Cal draws the line and punches him off. Why the directors skipped out on the scene in the movie, we'll never know. Maybe they didn't want to ruin Clark's public image by showing him snoring.
The mighty oink! I didn't see anything.
One thing is for sure, we loved watching the DC League of superpowered cuteness take on Lex Luthor's evil guinea pig. The movie was absolute perfection, but it turns out that it could have been even better. The DC director sat down for an interview with Polygon and let us in on the creative process. He explained that for this movie, he was going to use KRYPTO and wanted the others to be taken in by the other Justice League members. He also knew he wanted it to be about shelter pets because that's the story he wanted to tell. And while he'll forever be grateful for giving us the likes of Chip and PB, it turns out that we could have had more. For starters, the studio cheated us out on Topo the Octopus and Storm the Seahorse. Taking away Aquaman's trusted sidekick should pretty much be illegal. We've been reading about Aquaman's sidekick since the 1956 Adventure comics. It's almost shocking that DC would pass up the opportunity to bring him to the big screen. We already had a cameo in James Wan's box office hit Aquaman, and who can even forget Storm from the 1967 cartoon series? That is, if you're old enough to remember it.
Whiskers?
Out of the way, cat child.
Sorry, I can't do that. Lulu saved my life.
It seems like DC didn't really want to bring in any of the Aqua pets on the Super League of Pets actions. Joining the other two as pets that ended up in the rejection pile are Tusky the Walrus and Imp the Seahorse. And hello, they completely ignored Damien's pet collection. With his sassy attitude, it's harder to think of having a softer corner for anyone, but underneath the cheeky quibs is a big old softie who has a big heart for all sorts of animals. Lord knows there are a lot of fans who would pay good money to see Bat Cow in action. And let's not forget Streaky the Super Cat. Okay, this one we get because Supergirl wasn't in the movie, but Wonder Woman was, and Jump of the Kanga deserves some spotlight. Besides, who doesn't want to see a flying species of kangaroos from Paradise Island? At the end of the day, there were just too many super pets to go around. Jared did what he did and managed to give us one of the best films ever, so we have to give him some credit for that.
Anti-hero. It's basically exactly like a regular hero, except way cooler.
While the directors did hold back on a lot of content, it seems like they were kind enough to grace the fans with one extra scene. Picking something out of Marvel's closet, DC decided to do a post-credit scene of their own. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson shared the clip on his Instagram where we can see KRYPTO getting ready to play fetch with Superman, but Black Adam's pet beats him to the punch. While the super owners share pleasantries, the super dogs launch into a conversation of their own discussing Black Adam's status as an anti-hero. Now that's big boy talk.
Bring, hello, who's there? The League of Super Pets.
And that's a wrap for today's video. Hope you guys liked this video. Please subscribe to our channel to watch more videos and let us know what you're looking forward to the most in the comment section below. Until next time.
Whatever he is, I bet he can't fly to Pluto. Oh yeah? Watch him.